Hi. As promised, I'm going to talk a little bit about the new moon that was yesterday, Tuesday, February 3rd, and how Mercury retrograde is involved in it too. So re, Mercury retrograde gets blamed for a whole lot of things, so much so that I usually downplay it. Um, it's not disastrous. It's really truly not disastrous. There are certain kinds of typical problems you can expect under Mercury retrograde. You can expect traffic problems. You can expect communication problems. You can expect computer problems. Mostly it's communication problems. You can expect difficulty with appointments, difficulty getting in touch with people, or people canceling on you at the last minute. It's a bad time for communication, basically, or for any of the things that Mercury, the messenger, represents, which also involves travel. He was the god of travel. Typically, it's considered bad to sign a contract under Mercury retrograde, or to sign a lease or anything like that. And generally, if you can avoid it, you should. I have personally signed contracts and signed a lease under Mercury retrograde, and I suffered all of the expected difficulties when I moved into the place on the planned day. There was no front door, there was no hot or cold running water, so the bathroom wasn't ready, the kitchen wasn't ready, there wasn't a closet, there was lots of problems, but they were fixed. Um, and I would still sign the lease given the choice. So the point is that it brings irritations, and if you can deal with those irritations and not let them get to you, uh, it's not so bad. It just is what it is. It's a good time for reflection and for taking that mental activity into the internal self. However, we have to function in the external world, so retrograde difficulties do come up. And Mercury retrograde is involved in this full moon, so you can expect to experience some of it. Even though I said it was basically a good time socially, which it is, you can find your social plans kind of falling flat all of a sudden. If it's a good time for kind of social endeavors that involve work, actually. And actually, I mean, you may find yourself very frustrated by seeming to be always behind the slowest driver possible. But actually, if you go slowly and carefully right now, you are likely to avoid the Mercury retrograde difficulties. It's going to be difficult to go slowly and carefully, not just because of Mercury retrograde, but because of other aspects as well that can make that seem especially frustrating. Um, the thing is, too, with this Mercury retrograde is that actually, if you're willing to go with the changes that it brings, you actually might find yourself in a better place than you planned to be. As they say, if you want to make God laugh, tell him your plans. And that's particularly true for the full moon with the aspects to Mercury retrograde. At this particular time, maybe the ways you're being tripped up or stopped, maybe they have like a little hidden message there, and maybe you should just listen to it. It might take you somewhere better. All right. I didn't check to see how much longer Mercury is retrograde, but I don't think it's that much longer. And certainly the effects with the full moon won't last indefinitely, just for a few more days, strongly. All right. Talk to you soon. Bye.